So we're back to give a review and really, connect some dots and have a conversation, right? What we have today is Raising Dion. It's a Netflix show that is now up and coming for a second season to be released this following week. So I think it said Tuesday. So I did my Netflix routine when another season comes out. I watch the old season. I don't know if I'm the only one that does that, but it's something I do to catch up. So I watched the season, and now I'm here to review and have a discussion about it. And so leave a like, comment, and let's discuss it. Um, Raising Dion, great show, amazing show. I wanted it to come quicker. So it was first released in 2019. It's now 2022. I know the pandemic happened, but this show was too good to be halted or stopped and not picked up sooner. You know what I mean? Excuse me. A little saliva hit the back of my throat. Anyway, disregard that as I'll try to not die. So this is one of Michael B. Jordan's productions. He's the executive producer. This is something that he was choosing to go down in his road into Hollywood. Started out as a child actor and now is venturing behind the camera. He said that once he has more recognition as a producer, he'll limit his influence in the films. So he said that he was obligated to kind of be in the project because of his name recognition in order for it to get the green light. So kudos to him because we really need something like this. So what is Raising Dion? Raising Dion is centered around a young black boy who is endowed with superpowers from his father. So the idea of leaving a legacy, and it is definitely a strong one in there when you talk about his father passing on superpowers. But not only that, his dad was a genius, right? Someone who was efficient and superior in all knowledge for engineering and storm watching. So he was, hit by an aurora, some kind of mutating wave, which caused his genetics to alter, and he passed those down to his son. So second generation, with these altered genetics, but he also had moments where his dad was, winning science projects and things of that nature. So definitely it's something that is needed in our culture. Now, I was talking to a friend of mine, and we're talking about we don't have any heterosexual black images as far as main characters, main leads, right? And this is not a boy. I mean, this is a boy. This is not a man, but definitely it's a step in the right direction. Um, I think it would have been harder for a Meteor Man series. I think it would have definitely been hard to position a new Blade series to Netflix, something like that. But this is what we need in the community because we have too much scripted reality and we have no fantasy. Because with fantasy, you can take it anywhere. You can incorporate anything that you want into the fantasy. It doesn't have to adhere to strict parameters of realism, time period, so forth and so on. You're able to create, um, what you want to see. And with these creations, you can spark influences. Those influences could alter culture. So this is definitely the road we need to go down, not only with fantasy and movies and film, but also, I believe, with animation. Anime is part of our culture. I grew up on it, from Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball Z, to now Naruto, uh, and maybe even his son, Baruto. Anyway, segue. And the great thing about the raising Dion was it tackled racism as well. It definitely, tackled that awkward conversation that you have to have with your kids about how they're viewed in America. And this is definitely important, um, to showcase, because it is a hurdle that not all people have to face in America, and those that do understand it all too well. Um, now, we talked about the lineage and legacy that men are passed down, and that shows a sense of responsibility. So it was showing that even though his father is technically not there physically, he's there emotionally and spiritually. So he is, throughout the project, uh, really influencing his family through, basically like time capsules of videos or old memorabilia, things of that nature, that he's able to utilize and harness his powers and focus in on what he needs to do. So, that being said, um, the father son dynamic is something that we don't see a lot in our community. We don't really get that, um, you know, Theo, uh, Cliff dynamic. Not anymore. And a lot of times when you see that, you see the the sun is usually kind of dim-witted. For some reason in our entertainment, if there is a father-son dynamic, the son is always kind of dim-witted. And you see that in My Wife and Kids. You see that in The Cosby Show, and probably in other shows as well. But we never see a scholastic achiever, when you talk about that black male son father dynamic. Um, so this definitely shows that he is intelligent, and it also showed a educator, a black male educator, which we don't have many as well. So it, like I said, it's a fantasy. You put what you want to see in it, and then it'll trigger the spark in which could influence the culture. So, showing a melanated teacher, um, man who definitely is, navigating through the educational system, he shows his kind of restrictions, as he and his principal didn't agree on certain things and had issues. But it also showed his willingness to, you know, come and find the students where they were, not try to, talk down to them. and really try to lift them up, exposing them to certain things that could benefit them in the future in science and math and things of that nature. Which this was definitely dealing with science and math, and those are the two things that we have to focus on because that advances technology. So I don't want to keep this video too long, but definitely Raising Dion second season is coming out this week. I'm going to check it out, probably binge through it. Just binge through the last season. Definitely is something that you don't see every day. I think it was delayed intentionally to kind of lessen the hype around it, but it is. It should be hyped. I think Netflix definitely wants the attention of a black face, but doesn't want to give the roles to black people. And we have to really hold them accountable for that because they're quick to strike off Bill Cosby's, show or Netflix special, and when found, innocent and acquitted of all charges, are they releasing it? No, but he's an innocent man. But Netflix has done nothing to make amends to its, initial abrupt decision without knowing the facts and information or even allowing him his time in court, which obviously he had to appeal, but the appeal showed the deal. You feel me? Excuse me. And I hate to keep, you know, coughing up some stuff, but we are, trying to swallow our spit and drown ourselves. So we gonna, we're gonna do what we do. In closing, we need more um, shows like this. Now, Raising Dion is one. Um, David Makes Man is two. Those are the only two I know of. Please let me know in the comments if you know about any other black male lead shows that aren't centered around violence and underworld dealings. Because we don't want to be in a box. We want to be free to have as many expressions as our counterparts. So, you know what to do. Let's finish the conversation in the comments. I'm definitely here for it. And this is me signing off, man. Watch it. Tell me what you think.